Hello, everybody. This is the thing that I'm going to start doing called, I'm going to call it quick takes. These are things that they pop into my head, I'm just going to post. No fancy intro, no nothing, and try and make it as short as possible. But I needed a day to process the loss of Charlie Watts. And when I got the news on Tuesday morning, it was honestly like losing a family member. I don't talk too much about the Rolling Stones on my channel. I've only done a couple things about the Stones, but uh, uh, I'm a big Stones fan. They are up there with my heroes, the Beatles, in my opinion. And my two favorite drummers, of course, are Ringo and Charlie. That steady backbeat, and Charlie had this knowledge of jazz that I envy, because as far as playing any type of music, I've always enjoyed as a musician to play jazz. Charlie was a jazz musician, and that's what he longed to be. That's what he brought to the Stones. He made their stuff swing, and he wasn't a fancy drummer. If I'm going to make a comparison to Ringo here, is that he played the song. He played what was needed. He steady backbeat. His kick drum, his simple fill and the groove he lays down on Honky Tonk Woman is just so sexy. I just love to hear the sound of his kick drum on that song. And some other Charlie Watts highlights that I love. When his drums kick in on Can You Hear Me Knocking? It just starts going for me at that point. He was the rock of the Rolling Stones. He was that heart and soul. He really was. The one to stay out of the spotlight, but the one you know who was there. And if he wasn't there, he was a missing piece. True, Bill Wyman had left, but they didn't technically replace Bill Wyman. Darryl Jones is not an official member of the Stones, the way Ronnie Wood is, and he was Mick Taylor's replacement, who was Brian Jones's replacement. Nobody can replace Charlie. I'm sure they're going to continue their tour once they pick everything up, provided everything is safe, and do those dates, like they said with Steve Jordan. Steve Jordan has a long history with Keith. But after this, I firmly think the Stones are going to have a major rethink. I kind of think they should, because Charlie Watts is irreplaceable. That man cannot be replaced. And Keith has said as much himself. So, this was a tough one. This loss definitely stung. It's getting a lot closer now. And if you saw Paul McCartney's response, he was cordial as he usually is and professional as he usually is, but as he ended his video, you could tell he was about to lose it, and you can tell he was probably crying beforehand. Definitely the end of an era. Farewell, Charlie. I hope you're resting well.